you ever wondered what it would be like to be extremely wealthy? We often think of wealth in terms of rich or poor, but there are actually 5 different levels of richness, and each level comes with its own unique experiences and challenges. In this video, we will explore what life is like at each of these levels and delve into how the ultra-rich spend their money, including some of their most bizarre and extravagant purchases. To give you an idea of just how vast the differences in wealth can be, let's start with a simple thought experiment. If you earned $1 per second, it would take you approximately 11.5 days to make $1 million. However, to make $1 billion, it would take you over 31.5 years. That's a staggering difference. As you watch this video, you'll realize that one of the biggest changes that happens at each wealth level is perspective. Prices feel relative to how much you earn, so what seems like a major purchase to us may not even be something a billionaire needs to think about. For example, a $300,000 Lamborghini may feel like spending $30 to someone earning $400 million a year. A $10 million piece of art may feel like $1,000, and a $50 million home in the Hamptons may feel like $5,000. Let's start with the first level of rich, the top 1%. While this phrase is often synonymous with being extremely rich, if your income is over about $200,000 a year, you would technically be part of the top 1% of worldwide earners. However, even at this level, you may not feel as rich as you think. Sure, you can typically afford a nice house and car, but with those things comes higher costs, and you're likely still working a full-time job. So beyond this level, wealth starts being measured in net worth rather than income. The next level of rich is a net worth of $10 million to $30 million. At this level, your needs are met, and you can live very comfortably. You have a really nice house, often fly first class internationally, and can afford any healthcare you need. No emergency financial situation can destroy your life. However, you are still not rich, in the sense that money doesn't matter. You still have to be sensible and careful with big decisions, and in the banking world, you're still not classified as ultra-high net worth. Moving on to the next level, a net worth of $30 million to $100 million puts you in the big leagues. Most likely, you run or have a controlling interest in a very large company. You always stay at 5-star hotels and have multiple residences all around the world. You take holidays during prime time, such as going to Monaco for the Grand Prix or Cannes for the film festival. And you won't bat an eyelid when the place you're staying at costs $10,000 to $20,000 per night. You have personal assistants, and people have to go through them to get to you. At this level, your social circle changes dramatically too. You probably socialize with congressmen, senators, and community leaders. You are likely very well respected within some very high-class circles. Interestingly, though, since you're likely surrounded by other ultra-wealthy people, you may still feel you don't have enough. Sure, you may have just bought a new Ferrari, but your friend has a limited edition version where only 5 of them were ever made. Sure, you just had dinner with a local governor, but your billionaire friend just had dinner with the president. Let's talk about the next tier of wealth. A net worth of $100 million to $1 billion. At this level, you likely have ownership or control of a well-known business, even if people haven't heard of you directly. You can mingle with movie stars, rock stars, and corporate elites. Traveling in style is no problem, as you have multiple residences and elite cars all over the world. If you want, you can even own a private island and a yacht to get there. Almost any experience you can dream up is possible, and all it takes is a donation or fee. Want to play tennis with your favorite player? For a donation of $100,000 or more to their charity, you can probably make it happen. Love art? Your people can arrange a private tour with the curator of the Louvre and show you some masterpieces that haven't been exhibited in years. Once you have hundreds of millions of dollars, buying the fanciest and most luxurious things is just the beginning. You can hire people to find you the most extravagant versions of anything you desire. For example, Toilet Paper Man produces 22-karat gold toilet paper, costing over $1.3 million. If you're going to flush money down the toilet, why not have a gold bathroom to match? But it's not just about buying the fanciest and most luxurious items. It's about getting the rarest and most exclusive things possible. You could buy a limited edition pen with 4,810 diamonds inside, costing $160,000, and only 8 are made each year. Or, you could purchase art pieces like Damien Hirst's Dead Shark, which sold for $12 million. Let's move on to the final level of wealth, a net worth of $1 billion and above. Before we dive into what you can do with this amount of money, it's worth noting that there are around 2,755 known billionaires on Forbes's annual rich list. Forbes estimated that these billionaires are worth a combined $13.1 trillion, more than the poorest 5 billion people on Earth combined. In fact, Oxfam has argued that the 26 richest billionaires have more wealth than the poorest 50% of the world. Now that we have a better understanding of the scale of $1 billion, let's explore what you can do with it. Essentially, anything you can imagine, you can buy. You can purchase access to almost anyone on the planet. Within an hour, your staff can get in touch with whoever you want, including celebrities and powerful politicians. As a billionaire, you may even occasionally meet with heads of state and have conversations with them. Let's discuss another aspect of what $1 billion can purchase: influence. As a billionaire, you possess the power to mold public policy and shape the public debate in many ways. Not all of these ways are nefarious, such as advocating for lower taxes for the wealthy, though this does happen. However, due to your wealth and connections, you can undoubtedly affect significant changes in the world, not just on. But one of the most significant differences with billionaires that is often disregarded is the ability to effectively buy time. You do not have to wait for anything. Lines and waiting are alien concepts to you. You own a private jet, so you can arrive at the airport whenever you choose, sit down in the plane, and be in the sky 2 minutes later. When you land, a driver will be waiting to take you wherever you need to go. Your assistant will have already secured the best table at the restaurant you mentioned wanting to dine at. Or perhaps, instead, they arranged for a celebrity chef to prepare a meal at one of your vacation homes, at a time of your choosing. However, believe it or not, there are some downsides to being ultra-wealthy. Firstly, it is nearly impossible to have normal emotional relationships at this level. It becomes increasingly challenging to find friends and family that genuinely love you for who you are. While such people do exist, it is hard to identify them since your world is filled with yes men and individuals eager to take advantage of you at every turn. Your trust and connections with people are significantly weakened. Dating also becomes an unusual experience. On the one hand, some of the world's most stunning and intelligent women are all around you at parties and events. On the other hand, finding someone with whom you have a genuine emotional connection is a different story, particularly since your time is so precious that you are constantly busy and unable to invest in building meaningful relationships with new people. Even if you do find someone, the relationship's balance is skewed when you have essentially unlimited money. Whether you pay for everything or whether your partner earns their own money, something still feels off. Lastly, and most importantly, no amount of money can give you everything. Death is the great equalizer, and losing loved ones, losing your own health, and confronting your own mortality are problems that no amount of money can solve. The individual who inspired this video, a Reddit poster who deserves full credit, spoke about meeting Sylvester Stallone at a party. Stallone has undoubtedly had a very successful career and is a wealthy man with a smart and beautiful wife, and yet he also had a son with special needs who died young. In the poster's words, nobody has it all. Nobody. In fact, if you are watching this video and feeling financially inadequate, it is worth reconsidering. While we have examined various levels of wealth, the fact that you are watching this means you are nowhere near the bottom of the wealth pyramid. It is simple to feel frustrated when observing those who have far more than we do, but take a moment to glance down the wealth pyramid. If you can afford internet access to watch this video, have some food in the fridge, clothes on your back, a roof over your head, and a place to sleep, you are richer than 75% of the world. It's surprising to note that having just $1 to your name means you are still wealthier than a significant portion of the world's population who are either in debt or have nothing at all. This highlights the fact that the distinction between rich and poor is not just a matter of two groups, but rather, there are multiple levels in between. Therefore, when compared to most of the world, you may actually be richer than you think. If you enjoyed this video, please do not hesitate to subscribe and turn on notifications for upcoming mini-documentaries. Thank you for watching until the end. You are truly appreciated and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Cheers!